Hey guys, this is Jacob Ballard with Movie-holics Anonymous, and here's the weekend box office analysis for the September 8th to 10th weekend. So it's no secret the box office has been historically bad the last month. I mean, it's been one of the worst summer box office results in a long time. It was one of the worst Augusts in like 17 years or something crazy like that. And for the box office, the most part, this weekend really didn't get better for anything except for the number one spot. But first, let's talk about the number 5 through number 2 spot. So number 5 was Wind River, which made $3.2 million, and it's made $25 million on an $11 million budget, which means it's going to be profitable, and it's got a good word of mouth. So I think it will continue to be profitable and may get awards talk. Who knows? We'll see. Depends what comes out between now and Oscar season. And Annabelle Creation grossed $4 million and it finished in 4th. And it has made $96 million on a $15 million budget. It's the only August release that's on pace to make over $100 million. Only one, which is pitiful when you consider that a couple years ago we had Guardians of the Galaxy in August, and we had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the reboot, which made a lot of money but wasn't good, and also Suicide Squad, which wasn't good but made a lot of money, came out in August as well. So August just didn't work out this year, guys. And The Hitman's Bodyguard has made $4.8 million in 3rd place on a total of $64.8 million in America, with a $30 million budget, which means it's quite profitable, and that's a good return. It's a small investment, kind of big reward situation for the studio, and Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds are both very popular, and it worked for the studio, Lionsgate. And Home Again did not do well, which stars Reese Witherspoon. She hasn't had a box office hit in several years, and it's with $9 million opening weekend, that's not a good start. It really isn't. It could hold better in the coming weekends, possibly, but we'll just have to see what it does. But it's definitely not what she used to do when she was in Sweet Home Alabama or The Glee Blonde. She needs to get better projects with better advertising, because the advertising for Home Again was pitiful. It didn't stand out in any way, even though it's appealing to women and totally the opposite of it in pretty much every way. They didn't play that up and say, hey, we're the option for people who don't want to have their pants scared off and see a killer clown eat children. So, but and as for number 1, that's where the box office went crazy and improved way better than anyone expected. So it has a $35 million budget, but it made $117.1 million on its opening weekend. And to tell you how crazy that is, you have to remember that the last movie to make over $100 million on opening weekend this year was Spider-Man Homecoming in July. And that's amazing that it made that much. It's also bizarre when you think about the fact that it outdid the Conjuring movies, and also it broke a bunch of records. I have to look at them all to honestly tell you them all, because I can't remember every single one. But for example, it beat the September record, which used to be the highest grossing September opening weekend prior to it, was Hotel Transylvania 2, which made $48.5 million on its opening weekend. So, destroyed that record easily. It's also the largest fall opening weekend for a film, which used to be Gravity, which made $55.7 million, which is nowhere near what this movie made. And it's the second highest R-rated movie debut of all time, behind Deadpool, which Deadpool made $132.4 million when it debuted. So this movie was only $15 million behind that, which is crazy, because it was only expected to be heard 60 to 80 million for most reasonable people at the beginning of at Thursday. But it outdid all expectations. And of course, there's people online trying to say, well, they should try to branch this off more and make more prequels and sequels. But if you've read the book of it, there's 2 parts to this story, and the second part is coming, and it's already greenlit. And so hopefully they'll just focus on that movie and not try to expand it too much beyond what Stephen King intended, because usually when the movie studios do that, they overextend themselves and make some really bad movies when they don't have good source material to go with. And sometimes they even mess up good source material. It was also worth noting that prior to its opening weekend, Paranormal Activity 3 was the top grossing R-rated movie on opening weekend. Before that, with 52.5 million, I believe. Yep, 52.5 million. So it shattered all expectations, dominated everything. So apparently everyone wants to see a killer clown thingy killing children. Just kidding, that's one way to look at it. But honestly, it had a great marketing campaign. It looks terrifying. The trailers are great. The source material is popular. The reviews were solid. The fan reaction strong. It's disturbing. It's dark. It's violent. It's just got all this stuff, and it's got the Stranger Things. Stranger Things is somewhat like the story of it, and so Stranger Things being popular probably helped this out a little bit. And so I mean, this is just an incredible opening weekend, and it really it accounted for 75% of the total gross of the top 12 movies at the box office. So it dominated. It won easily. So I mean, I believe it'll win next weekend too, probably, unless something does insane business I don't see coming, because I doubt that Mother will do as well, because it's a very, from what I've read of reviews, an artsy movie with a controversial twist, and I believe that will probably divide audiences, and even if it has a good opening weekend, it'll probably fall off after. But anyway, so what do you guys think of this box office results? These box office results? Do you have? Did you see it? Have you seen any of these other movies? Did you like them? Let me know in the comments below. I'll talk to you next week about the box office results, whatever happens. So, till then, see you guys.